Welcome to Meaningful Mornings. Decision making is a insignia of living. We are perpetually making decisions, like whether to join Meaningful Mornings or not. Making a decision is like following a path. In Sanskrit or Vedanta, we call this sadhana, a means to an end. Our default is to follow preya, which is smallness. If you get associated with a noble community, your default becomes shreya, which is bigness. When that noble community is guided by a script, a scripture, then we start to follow nishreya, which is not small or big, rather is infinite. Which is why I call our experience a workshop. We are training ourselves to go higher, to go deeper. The philosophy of Bhagavad Gita, which is most potent right at the beginning, is sharing. A doer is one who feels they can create joy, which is why they're ever doing or becoming. This is not possible. All that can be created is pleasure or possession or position, but not joy. Whatever's created will be uncreated. I came to understand and appreciate this, I feel, relatively early in my life, around the age of 24, which is when I moved to the ashram. The word ashram means extraordinary effort. We all work hard. When you understand and appreciate that doership does not work, that's when you start to work smart also. You don't try to discover joy, you try to rediscover joy. That is not doing, that is being. And a lot of this understanding and appreciation is unlearning, which is why this is difficult for us. And we're bhagya, or fortunate, that Sri Krishna is a master teacher. He has begun this philosophy reminding Prince Arjuna of his vastness. In other words, you're already joyous. Now he's coming down in his message from the absolute to the relative. He's sharing that all is always changing. Again, there's no need for shoka. Be more cheerful. Be more content. And Sri Krishna is going to come down more, not anytime soon, but is going to come down more to remind Prince Arjuna of his responsibility. For those in our Living the Gita course, yesterday I announced what the focus will be for the upcoming Thursday course. And the focus will be the art of Vedanta. That is taking Vedanta, the 100 most popular words, and trying to understand and appreciate this from the absolute, the relative, and the tactile. That's the art. And Sri Krishna is teaching the same. We continue, verse 27. Jatasya hi dhruvo mrityuhu dhruvam janma mritasya cha tasmat apariharyerte Na tvam shochitum arhasi. The first quarter. Jatasya. The one who is born, he indeed, dhruvaha mrityuhu, indeed what is certain is death. The one who is born will die. Any challenges to this statement? Any rebuttals? And you're all smiling and nodding, saying no. Then why the tears? Why the tears with getting older? Why the tears with passing on? Reminding you what Puja Guruji Swami Tejomayananda shared. There's no need to cry for the infinite, because the infinite is of the nature of joy. There's also no need to cry for the finite. Change is changeless for the finite. Some may be feeling, I'm not crying. But other expressions of crying is criticizing, is complaining. How do I practice this? Adapt and accept. Adapt to change. Plan for change. And whatever is out of your control, which is most of life, accept. Certainly with people. Dhruvam, again, what is certain? Janma mritasya cha. What is certain for the one who dies is that they will be born again. If you're born, you will die. If you die, you will be born. Shri Krishna is trying to defang the fear of change in Prince Arjuna. For us too. Being born and dying in Vedanta is called Dvaita. Dvaita means duality, and that's a very technical term. So to personalize this more, Dvaita means relativity. Relativity. And the nature of relativity is for opposites to be built into each other. Dvaita is relativity. The nature of relativity is for opposites to be built into each other, such as what's built into pleasure? Pain. Everyone here knows that. Pleasure eventually turns into pain. Yes. What's built into rest? If you sleep too much, it's no longer restful. Yes. That's the nature of relativity. We shouldn't expect otherwise. But we do, which shows we only intellectually know relativity, but we don't actually have faith that this is the nature of relativity. Are you all with me? What are we supposed to do? Tasmat. Therefore, Prince Arjuna, now that I've revealed this to you, arte, in this matter, apariharya. And I like this word. Apariharya means that which is inevitable, that which is going to happen. So he's sharing this change, these pairs of opposites. These are inevitable. You cannot change this. You cannot control this. So adapt and accept. Recently, someone had asked me, what is the hardest tea to drink? What is the hardest tea to drink? It's called wak bakri, something like that, right? No, the answer is reality. Reality, yes. Oh, it's too early. We have to be serious. See how hard reality is to swallow. This is reality. You cannot find joy in that which is relative. So stop investing in the relative for joy. Just invest in the relative for functionality. In the last quarter, na tvam shochitum arhasi. You do not deserve. And what a beautiful word. You don't deserve to be shoka or sadness. It's not even saying, he's not even saying you shouldn't be sad. You don't deserve it. In other words, there's an explanation for why you shouldn't feel this sadness. And I know that's difficult for us. We've normalized confusion and fear and sadness, which is why our Upanishads share to live this. Samskritena manasa. Samskritena manasa. One's mind has to be quiet. With an agitated mind, we will not follow these teachings. We won't follow the script. Samskritena manasa. From inspiration to application, your application yesterday was to not allow your heart rate to increase. Due to your mind. How many of you tried this? A lot of you did. How was it? Easy, hard? I see a lot of thumbs down. Our heart rate was even more. We were worried about our heart rate going up. If you are fond of these teachings, verses 211 to 226, then you will follow them. Please make that connection. You follow that which you are fond of. If you don't follow these teachings, then that shows you're not fond of them. It is only an externalization that I own the Mahabharata, that I'm in this class every morning. Your application for this morning, I want you to be observant of these pairs of opposites, the relativity, in a practical way. See, you're going to tell me heat and cold, but that's not very practical to you, right? Who cares if there's heat and cold? We have air conditioning, we have jackets on. Observe more practically these pairs of opposites. To me, pain being built into pleasure is very practical. It helps me to not depend on pleasure. Understood? Make this practical. Shanti, shanti, shanti. Be safe, be sound, be serene, be happiness.